In this short video, we're going to look at some tips for using Explorer. Explorer is an easy tool for finding information in control, and that information could be companies, contacts, orders, purchase orders, estimates, and a couple of other things. Let's first look at the auto refresh feature in control. If I go to Explorer, I'm going to click on Explorer and open it up. You'll notice it automatically fills in with the orders that are outstanding. And that's because the auto search feature is already turned on. Notice this feature I'm highlighting in green here. It's checked by default. If we went and we unchecked that feature and then we typed in something, say WALT for Walt Disney, as though we were looking up the Walt Disney order, we would have to click on this refresh button to get it to go and search the database for companies that began, or for orders from companies that began with WALT. Or we could simply check the auto search box, and then here if we were to type in a couple of letters of a particular company's orders that we were looking for, it would automatically refresh, as you saw there. The second feature we want to talk about is defaulting to clients looking up customers or companies, or looking up orders. If we click this drop down, you'll notice there are several different things that we can look up with Explorer. We can look up orders, we can look up estimates, we can look up companies, etc., etc. Why don't we just click on companies for a second, and you can see the different type of information it brings up. This is a list of the companies that right now are customers or vendors of your company. And I'm looking right down here with this green highlighted area. These are selected client and vendor, so those are the ones that are going to show up in this list. If we were to also check prospect, you'll notice the list automatically refreshes and it brings up the prospects in your database. Now, what if you wanted Explorer to automatically open to exploring companies? Well, it's very simple. What you'd do is you'd click on Setup, you'd click on User Options. Over on the left-hand side, you would click on Explorer Options, then you'd click on Edit, and then right here you have a choice of the company or the screen that opens by default when you open the Explorer. Let's make it company. And while we're in here, do you see this checkbox just below that right here? If we uncheck that, then the auto search will be turned off by default when we open the Explorer. Let's go take a look and see how that works. I'm going to close these couple of things and we'll open Explorer again. And you'll notice it defaults to viewing companies, and the auto search checkbox up on the top center is turned off. See that? The next thing I want to show you is the column chooser. If I use companies or the company lookup or the company explorer frequently, there may be certain types of information that I want in these columns. Well, I can right click on the column headings, go down to column chooser, and this gives me many choices of information to have show up there. I could put perhaps the primary contact's last name. In fact, I could even move that a little further up the list. Another example might be, let's look down the list here and see what else would be good to add. Primary salesperson would be a great one to add. Let's add that and move it up the list by clicking the Move Up button. And your salespeople in particular will use this. On the right-hand side, you'll see an option to save the changes. If that is checked, then the changes you've made will be the way this opens automatically. We clicked OK, and now you can see primary salesperson is right there next to the company name. The last item I want to show you is the Save button. Right down on the bottom left, you'll notice this button right here. Now, if I make some changes in what I want control or the Explorer to pull up, such as if I click this prospect box, I might want to save that. Perhaps I'm a salesperson and I do a lot of prospecting, so by default I want the prospects to show up when I open this screen. All I have to do is check that and then click Save. And now let's try closing it, and we'll reopen the Explorer, and we'll notice that Prospects is checked. I could even put my name in here. This is just a set of generic names because this is just a demo data set, but obviously we could put in salesperson or my name, and it would automatically search for the companies underneath my name. This concludes this training video on auto refresh, on setting your Explorer to default to clients or orders or estimates or whatever you like. Thirdly, on setting the column chooser, and fourthly, on saving the settings in the Explorer. Thank you.